Okay, let's go for the rock, paper, scissors then. That is awesome. So we will now come up here to the top and we will do player score, integer player score. So for the most part, we'll just do it anyway. Score equal to 0, boom. And then we will do integer, oops, I forget, CPU score equal to 0. Okay, so now that is our current, those are our scores, right? Then we're going to need a Boolean for the game loop, right? So what this is a true or false, yes or no. If it's true, it's true. If it's no, it's no. So it's Boolean, what do we want to name it? Keep playing. No, game on. Okay, so we'll call it game one and set it equal to true, right? And the true part is important because we need it to always be running. And this is going to take us into loops. And I'm just going to show you a few things real quick, and then we'll get back to the game, okay? So this will be a quick breakdown of loops. So this is cool with Visual Studio. You can just literally highlight everything and then click that, and it comments it out, so it doesn't get ran. I don't know what other IDEs or development environments do that, but Visual Studio does, and this is another reason I enjoy using it, just because it makes life a little bit easier when you're behind your computer writing code all day. So there's a few kinds of loops, right? There's a for loop. I'm just going to show you the basic ones real quick. So for, we're going to say 1,000, right? So the way this is, right, is for, so it'll keep running while this is happening, okay? So integer I, we're making a new int in here, and I just stands for int. It's basic, that's just the way people do it, and that's what everyone sort of does now, right? So for integer I is equal to 0. So we're setting it equal to 0. As long as I is less than 1,000, run the loop and then increment I, right? I++ just bumps it up by 1 every time. So now we're going to do, I don't think you should do this because it might blow up your computer. Well, no, this one will be fine. So for console.writeLine, put I inside of this and then run the code. And as you see, we ran 999 times. And the reason for that is 0 counts. And plus we put, oops, didn't mean to click that. Where'd my console go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so as you see, it spat out all that stuff. Wow, so it ran 1,000 times because it includes 0 in the thing. Okay, how do you make code into a comment? You can either put slashes in front of it just by typing // and it'll turn green, or you can highlight everything and then up at the top bar, well, not the variables, leave the variables there, but up at the top bar you should see a little green button, greenish lines, I guess is the best way to put it. And what that should say is if you highlight over it, should say comment out code. Or when you highlight it, hit Control K, and then that should work. Let me know if you still need help on that. I'm just going to write another loop. So that's a for loop. And then the other loop I'm going to show is a while loop. And so we made the game on variable earlier, so we're going to use that because this continuously runs while it is true. And so if I did like a console.writeLine, system.time, is it? Date time. Now, I think that should work. So if I run this, it's going to constantly spit out the time. So we're just going to actually get rid of that because we don't need it now. So as you see, it's just going to constantly keep spitting this out until we tell it not to. So if I were to click pause, as you see, it is, oops, No, stop disappearing, please. So as you see, it ran it all these different numbers of time. Of course, we could do like different, like the I value. So um, we could do like int temp equals to 0, boom, right? And then temp plus plus. So this is just going to run forever, like until our computer blows up. Of course, we're going to stop it before that. That's not good at all, right? But we technically could run until our computer blows up. So now we're going to stop that, right? And now we're going to say temp plus plus console dot write line. We're going to do temp, and then inside the loop temp plus plus, and then we're going to put the if statements we learned earlier. If temp is equal to, we want this code to run 2,000 times. 2,000 game on equals to false. Sweet. All right, so we will run it, and now if you look, it's just going to keep going. And then once it's done, and it jumps out the loop. So this while loop runs while this is true. And then once temp is equal to 2000, we make it not true anymore. So then it kicks us out of the loop and it puts us down here waiting so we can go look through the numbers or whatever data we collected. Does that make sense? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of this stuff. I'm gonna uncomment out all this code again because we are going to get back to the stuff. So let's take a look at what we have. We have player score, CPU score, the game variable. We're asking what their name is and how old they are. Um, Theoretically, that stuff's not important for the age, but usually I just do that so people can see like the troubles they have with like converting things. So actually, we'll get rid of this age stuff. Boom. So we have their name. Okay. So now we are going to do, let's see what we want to start with. We're going to start with a while loop. Okay, while game on, right? Do the code inside. So inside here, we are going to have all of our code that runs the actual game. So we're going to start by a console.writeLine. Okay. And with this write line, we are going to put, how do you want it? Rock to be 1, paper to be 2, and scissors to be 3. I think we'll just go with awesome. Rock, paper, oops, let's make it capital P. Or SCISSORS, I think. Scissors. I haven't spelled that word in years. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors, question mark. And then we are going to do another console. Actually, we'll just so we can show a little bit more about strings, we'll do it like this. \n, \n, rock, paper, scissors. I think one \n will be fine. So then \n, and then we'll do 1, oops, 1 is paper. 2 is paper, 1 is rock. My bad. Rock. And then 3 is scissors. Oops. Okay, sweet. So now if we run this, right, it's going to run into an infinite loop after we type in our name, but at least we'll see. Sweet. Okay. That looks fine by me. That's the look we're going for. So now we are going to do a console dot read. Actually, while we're going to create another Boolean up here, call it bool valid input. Oops. Okay, set it equal to false. Yeah, I think this is what we want to do. While not valid input. Sweet. So while not valid input, we want to do this, and we're going to do a console.readline. Okay. What we're going to do now is do another console.writeLine, right? Note that to read line, we want to write line. Okay, so while write line, boom, we do another one there, boom. We're just going to take this stuff out of here. Okay, so leave the \n just so we have space in between, but we're going to take this, put it in here. Oops. Boom and boom. Sweet. So now we're going to do that. We're going to do the read line, and then we're going to do a we have the age up here, right? Change this to choice. Okay, so change age to choice, and we're going to read line. So now we're going to do input. What did we name it? I think we named it user input. Equal to console.readline. Boom, right? So now with the if statements we learned earlier, if int32 dot try parse, right? And we put in user input comma out. What was it? Choice, right? We out the choice. If that's true, and so for the and, we're going to do two of the, where are they at? The ampersands, and how do we want to do this? And choice is equal to or less than 3, right? So in that way, I mean, are we missing something? Boolean type int, so this will return an int, right? Why is this being like this? This should have worked. So if it doesn't want to work, that's okay. We will just add the choice somewhere else. So if this, right, then put another if statement inside and then put that. If choice is less than or equal to 3, and choice is greater than or equal to 1. Nope, I have those backwards. What is this issue now? I don't get it. So that's how we want it. Less than equal to, sweet, and then if it's greater than equal to 1, okay, sweet. So if choice is between 1 and 3, we will go in here and then change valid input equal to true. That way we stop asking them, right? Then we'll fall out of this loop while valid output is true. Then we'll change valid input equal to false again, right? So now we got their valid input. So then fall out of there. So now we have the user choice. We'll run this code because you want to make sure to run your code every so often just to make sure it works. So my name is Isaiah. Awesome. Rock, paper, scissors, or shoot. 1, 2. Okay, so we are getting errors, so we will see. So while valid input is equal to false, we could set it there and see if that works, because it should have only, oh, we didn't get rid of it here. But we just sort of moved it /n. Okay. So now if we run this, we should see. What is your name? Isaiah. Okay. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Isaiah. Rock, paper, or scissors. 1 for rock, 2 for paper, 3 for scissors. 2. Rock, paper, or scissors. Rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so now it is not changing. User input is equal to read line. Okay. If choice is less than or equal to, well, we could just do it like choice is greater than 0, and then choice is less than 4, right? We'll put, if you click F9, that places a breakpoint, and so we will run this again and type Isaiah, also 2. Okay, so F11 lets us step through the program. Sweet. So that should have fixed our issues there. So Isaiah, oh well, let's get rid of this breakpoint just to make sure it doesn't get hit again. Awesome. So Isaiah, enter, and we'll put 2. So why is it giving us errors? Oh, so our code was working the whole time. What was going on, right? And this is my fault. So what was going on was we're in a while loop here, or a game loop. So real quick breakdown. It's called a game loop because in like Unity and things, or even console applications and things like that, you're in a constant while loop, so the code consistently gets ran and never stops, because when it stops, or you call a blocking call like the read lines, that is when we run into issues, because it starts messing up other programs and functions inside of your game and you run into issues. But what was happening was we were entering valid input, and then it was like, okay, well, you got the valid input, but because we were just testing that, it was just doing this and going back up to the top and going over and over again. So our code actually was working. So now we set that to valid input. We are going to, I believe we have to include rand. If not, we'll test random. Okay, random, rand is equal to new random. I believe that's how we do it. No? Oh, forgot. Okay, sweet. So now we come down here, right? After we got our input, we're going to get the computer's input, and so it will be ran.next, right? And we want this between, forget how you do it. So if it's ran.next 1, the max value will be 4. No, it'll be 3. Oh, so that's the minimum value. So minimum value is 1, and then 3, right? So that should work. And now if we do this, we'll do console, let's go back up top, right? And create another integer. And so for this integer, we will do int CPU choice. Awesome, equal to 0. Oh, sweet. So that's that. And then we will come down here and set CPU choice equal to this, save, and then we will console dot write line out. We'll write out the CPU choice just to test this code as well. So now we want a range of he's only picking 2, and he's just picking 2 or 1. So we need to go to 4 maybe, and we will hope that works. So that should allow us 1, 2, or 3. Isaiah. Awesome. It seems like it is working. So yeah, we'll close that out now, right? So now we are going to do a case statement. And the case statement or switch statement allows us to take one variable, see which one matches, and then go on about our day. And it does it all sort of for us, right? So just because we would like to know what is going on, we will put random choice was this, sweet. So that is that, right? But now we're going to do switch, right? Okay, switch on, and we will be switching CPU choice. Okay, with the CPU choice, you always need a default case, right? And then a break, just so it always has something to fall back on and we know you have something there, right? So you're going to type case, put 1, and then colons, right? So case 1 colons, and then you put your brackets in here. And what is the issue here? From one case, okay, so then we need a break statement down here. Those are required for each of the cases, and that's just the way the syntax is and what is required. So if you get that error where it says it can't fall from one case to another, it is saying break. It needs a break, so that is what we will put in there, okay? So now here, we are going to do if CPU choice is equal to if CPU choice is equal to player choice. Nope, we did not name it player choice, we just named the choice. So if it's equal to choice, right, type console dot write line, you you both picked rock. It's tie round. Okay, so now no one gets a point. Then you're going to go down and type else if CPU choice, no, if player choice, I forgot we call it just normal choice, my bad, choice is equal to rock beats scissors, right? So if player choice is equal to 3, write console dot write line CPU, nope, CPU chose, nope, we'll say picked rock, comma, you lose this round. Okay, then a semicolon, and then if oh, you lose this round, right? So you lose this round, then do CPU score plus plus, okay? That's all you really need to do there, plus plus, and then one more else if choice is equal to 2, right? Because 2 is paper, right? Console dot write line. We're going to write out U1. We'll follow CPU picked rock, comma, you won this round. You won this round. Okay, then we'll do player score plus plus. Okay. We do the player score plus plus because they won the round. And so because we're going through the different choices of the computer, we can just compare them to, we just compare them at this point to each other. So now after this break statement, we will do case 2 and then colon, and then don't forget your break statement. Okay, awesome. And just to get, I did the wrong one. It did not give me a semicolon. It gave me just a normal colon. So semicolon, and then just so we have it here, we'll do case 3, semicolon. Oops, we did not space it out, so that gives us an issue. And then we need a break here as well. So this code is going to follow along to the original code we had. If you have any questions, by the way, go ahead and ask them as you please. And then because it looks like we should be done relatively soon with this portion of it, we can either add another game like one of the ones I mentioned, or we can add some color and stuff to our console. I thought that was really cool last time we did it, so we might just do that. But we will go ahead and set these up, for proper things. Now, of course, you can always copy and paste this, but just because I like practicing typing and making sure I know what I'm doing without copying stuff, we're just going to type it out again. So we're going to start with the first if, right? And so if CPU choice, I hate that. If CPU choice, capital C. Bro, why is it being like this? Dude. So if CPU choice, finally, is equal to choice, we will do console dot write line. You both picked paper. Tie round. Awesome. So now that we have that, no one's score gets up or down during the thing. During a tie round, as you would expect, else if choice, because we're trying the other person's choice, so paper loses to scissors, so paper beats rock. So if choice is equal to 1, we are going to type out console.writeLine, CPU, picked paper, comma, use this round. Okay, so semicolon and then CPU score plus plus. Awesome. Okay, just to double check, I'm scissors. Just to make sure we're spelling that right. Yeah, that was right. We just had to okay, sweet. Just had to double check. You win this round. So where were we? We were here, and I do another else if statement. Else if choice is equal to rock, paper, scissors. So scissors is 3. We will write out console dot write line. Write line. What is it? CPU picked paper, rock, paper, yeah. Paper, comma, you win this round. Okay. So now we can go down here and do player score plus plus, and we're golden there. And for the last case, we will do CPU choice is equal to choice. We forgot the if part. So that is all okay. If boom, boom, and then boom. Console dot write line. Write line. You both picked scissors. Tie round. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So that is that if statement. We will back these up just there on the line, and our area stays clean. So else. Let me take off caps lock. Else if. And this is choice, because it's scissors. Scissors loses to rock is equal to. So that's if they're tied. So if choice is equal to rock, we will say console.writeLine, CPU. Okay, give me 2 seconds and let me just finish typing this out. Continue typing with me, and then I'm gonna have you share your screens and we're just gonna go through it piece by piece, okay? That way we can sort of tell you where you messed up, why you messed up, and things like that. Awesome, thank you for working with me. That is great. So if they chose scissors, CPU picked rock, comma, you win this round, okay? Then player score, plus plus. I put way too many plus plus, boom. And then for the last one, else if choice is equal to 2, console.writeLine. Oops, why does it keep doing that? Write line. Scissors, rock, CPU, oops, picked, or pick scissors. If they picked rock, you win this round. No, CPU picks scissors here. That's what I was messing up. CPU picks scissors, you win this round. So CPU, if they pick 2, pick scissors. Wait. CPU pick scissors, you win this. CPU pick scissors. Oh yes. Comma. You lose this round. Okay. So then CPU score plus plus. Oh. Awesome. Okay. So we'll start from the top. So you see where it says rand? You have to set that equal to a new random just so it creates an instance of it. So do random rand is equal to new space random, and then put your parentheses, semicolon. Awesome. Okay, so your next error. Okay, so you see how you have the exclamation mark in the front? You have to get rid. Oh wait, it says it doesn't exist in current context. So go back up to the top. You did not create the Boolean valid input. So make a new bool valid input and make sure to match the awesome. Set it equal to false. Perfect. Okay, so you see where it says, okay, so get rid of that, the first part before actually get rid of everything inside the parentheses of that. Yeah, perfect. So the issue with that was you were calling a new random in there, then you had the plus sign inside of your quotation marks. It has to be on the outside so it knows that you're mixing both strings. So inside of there, if you want, you can do quotation mark. Then with the quotation mark, you are going to say CPU choice. And then put the type space was. No, just type was. And then do a colon. Okay, now do a closing quotation mark, plus sign, CPU choice. Awesome. So you fixed that. So the issue with that is you have one too many quotations at the end. That should be fixed there. Make sure there are no more issues anywhere else. Okay, what is your last error? It's at the bottom, it said. Break, what does that say? Expected. Oh, it seems you got rid of some curl. Yeah, perfect. You need one more. You're missing one more, I think. No, maybe so. Save and see if it works. No. Okay, so you need another closing curly bracelet at the end. Yeah, right there. What is it complaining for now? That should be it. What? How many does it want? That should be it, right? Uh, Try putting one more and see if that's it. Okay, sweet. So that fixed everything. We could set it up so it accepts string input. Would you want to do that real quick? Because right now it should only accept numbers, but we can set it up to set valid input, right? If choice is this, right? And then we're going to put all of this inside parentheses, or choice is equal to, excuse me, if choice is equal to choice, hold up, how do we want to do this? Because right now we were only looking for valid input, right? And so, oh, we could wrap this, no. Okay, so do it like this. If user input dot to lower, so if it's to lower just makes everything inside of it lowercase, and that way we know whether it's uppercase or lowercase words of rock, paper, or scissors, we still got valid input, okay? So we're going to do input dot to lower is equal to type in lowercase rock. Oops, what did I click? Lowercase rock, or user input dot to lower is equal to lowercase paper, or user input dot to lower, oops, that is equal to scissors. Set valid input equal to true. And because we did it this way, right, we can now do it like this, else if. Sweet. So now that that works out perfectly, we can come down here and we're just going to use the CPU choice. We're just going to leave that as a random integer. That way it's simple. You don't have to worry about it too much, okay? But if choice is equal to 3, choice is equal to this, what we're going to do is instead of CPU choice, we're going to do if choice is equal to 1, or choice, no, we'll do, how do we set choice? Okay, so if choice is equal to 1, or user input is equal to rock, Make sure you use lowercase for all these because that is what the input is looking for. So if choice is equal to 3 or user input is equal to what is 3 rock paper scissors is equal to lowercase scissors. Oops. I butchered that again. Okay, so if it's equal to lowercase scissors, do this. Okay, and then we're just going to do or user input is equal to paper. Oops, wrong button. Paper. Awesome. So we're just going to actually copy. So we got the paper one. So choice is you both pick paper. We're going to do that. And then here, paper is this one. So boom. So we're just going to come back up here and we're going to copy this scissors case. And if scissors, you both pick scissors, you pick paper. Let's rock and CPU pick paper. So or user input is equal to scissors. Okay, and then you both pick scissors, so we're just going to copy and paste it here as well. Now we have rock. We'll copy this rock user case, and we're almost done. We have 20 minutes left of class. I'm going to send TechDev a message, so give me 2 seconds. I don't know if you were copying or not. Do I have to end 10 minutes early? Question mark. I did the other days due to following classes. Okay, so I just had to double check to make sure what time we had to get out of here, but we were doing, so this one, oops, nope, get the V out of here, boom. So rock, rock, and all those are taken care of, all of those are taken care of. Of course, instead of doing CPU choice is equal to this, you could just do if 3, but at that point, it doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you different ways to do it. Sure, at the end, please, how did the workshop go? Will do. Thank you for the quick response. I appreciate that. So now we have to set up our game so it breaks out of this this loop all the way up here, right? Because this game one never gets set to false, right? We have both the player score and the computer score. So we just have to test out who wins, okay? So if game on, what another cool thing about Visual Studio, we can close this. So we know our case statements work, or at least we assume they do. So we can close out all things we're not using. Okay, so switch this. And then after the switch statement, if player score, is equal to, give me just 2 seconds and then we'll finish it up by fixing your code and things of that nature, okay? So if player score is equal to 3, game on is equal to false, right? So we will say console.writeLine you won, comma, congrats. Awesome. So that is how we are going to do that. And then do another else, the last else if. Else if, oops. Okay, I'll finish typing this while you're gone. Else if, what's his name? CPU score is equal to 3. Console.writeLine and you lost, comma, better luck next time. Okay, and then we will set game on equal to false. Then we're going to come down here, console.writeLine. Thank you for playing, period. Nope, it was fun. Okay, so that way they feel rather happy about playing our game. So now actually we will go over here. This is just player score into the watch window. Nope, can't. The autos window I think is the one I'm looking for. Nope, that's not what we're looking for either. Oh well. Okay, you're back. Sweet. So while you were gone, I just finished typing this stuff in here after the switch statement, and then I just said thank you for playing. It's been fun. So now I'm gonna test it real quick, uh, just to make sure. Isaiah, one. Random choice, you both pick rock, tie round. One. CPU pick scissors. We're just gonna keep going this way. Awesome. So that is our game, and that is rock, paper, scissors. So now that we made rock, paper, scissors, I'm going to save all and close because after we fix your code, we are done. And I'm going to collect a little bit of feedback, and then yeah, we're finished at that point. So 26 errors. So where are they popping up? Okay. So your errors, I can already tell you what they are. So you see how you see the else if is in a parentheses, right? With the choice equal to 2. That is the only code that's going to get checked for the statement. So you're going to have to take, or you could, instead of copying and cutting that, just take the parenthesis from behind the 2, get rid of it, and add it to the other side of paper. And so you're going to have to do that for all of your checks. So the choice 3 above it has the same error. The choice 1 and 3 on the next block of code has the error. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, how many errors do we have now? Oh, that was all of them? Awesome. So, mm, oh, okay. So you forgot one part. So, you see where, okay, so what you're going to have to do is you see where you have user input equal to rock. Click on one of them. Click on like one of the user inputs at the end of it and type 2 lower dot, do a period, 2 lower, okay? Now put parentheses because that is a function call. After 2 lower, put parentheses. Awesome. Now you're going to do that for all of them because what that does is it changes them. So just copy it and paste it on the end of all user inputs you have in these checks because what that is doing is it's making it all lowercase just so we know no matter what input we get, it's going to be the same format. Now before you do anything else, scroll all the way down. Actually, you could run this now, but this will run forever, right? Um, awesome. So that means it was a tie. Okay. So now what we have to do for yours, right, is scroll up to the switch statement, the top part of the switch statement, up higher, right there. So go to the left a little bit. Go to the left side where the numbers are. So you see that little minus on the same line as the switch statement? Click it. Okay. Now, click on the space below the switch statement. Like, okay, so yeah, now hit enter one more time just so we have ample space. Now do if. So inside the parentheses here, you're going to put if player score is equal to 3. So double tap the equal sign. No, inside the parentheses. Inside the parentheses. Because we're testing it, so we're trying to see if it's equal to 3. Yep. Put your curly brackets under this. No semicolon because this is a check. So now do curly brackets. All right. Do game on. Yep, is equal to false. Semicolon. Now you're going to go out of. You're going to do an else if right there. Yep, right there. Else if. Now you're going to compare the computer score equal to 3. Set game one equal to false. Awesome. Now, don't forget your semicolon there. And inside of these, you can, I wrote a console.writeLine before the false, and yeah, like in both of them. No, inside the different cases. So I said in the player one, console.writeLine, you won the game, congrats. And then I wrote in the other one, console.writeLine, you lost the game, better luck next time. So if you want to, you can do that. You don't have to. But you now have created rock, paper, scissors inside C#. Awesome. Now you officially have created a rock, paper, scissors game.
Be sure to join TechDev Academy's workshops and camps and also read some great articles on their blog page.